Okay, so this is 7 days national level FTP on innovative teaching and learning conducted by IoT Academy from 10th November to 18th November 2025. The topic which was given to me was ICT tools for effective teaching and assessment, as introduced by the organizing committee. Myself, Dr. Asha Joseph, Professor and HOD, Computer Science and Engineering, New Horizon College of Engineering. So let me just start with what is ICT. Everybody is familiar with the term ICT. So ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. This ICT tools are applied to teaching, learning, assessment, and analytics. It enables engagement, collaboration, and real-time feedback. Why do we need ICT in education? There are mainly three different reasons. ICT tools improves student engagement. ICT tools supports differentiation and personalized learning, and it provides instant feedback and learning insights. So, as mentioned in the title of the topic, I will be directly getting into the different tools. I am not explaining first 2-3 slides because I don't think I'll be getting so much time to within 1 hour. So there are a lot of tools which you can use as part of your teaching pedagogy. So the tools, the technology enables interactive and student-centered learning. That is what at this particular time we are looking forward for NBA, for NAC, any kind of pedagogy method we are asking. Everybody will say it should be the learning should be, or the teaching should be student-centered learning and teaching. So here comes the usage of ICT. AI tools or ICT tools reduce teacher workload and improve the efficiency of a teacher. And it improves engagement, again, feedback and personalization. So these are some of the tools you can see, the interactive teaching tools which make the life of the student better as well as the teacher's life, and live engagement, which can be, you can ensure that live engagement is there by the students, because the traditional way of chalk and board or just presenting a PPT will not work with the current trend students. They are looking for more engagement, better platforms. So I think most of us are using smart boards in our colleges or schools or in whatever institution we belong to. Smart boards we will be using for PowerPoint presentation, as well as we are using for notepad and opening the things and writing, or the notes or the PDF documents, whichever we are using, and we may be using the stylus, and sometimes you will be writing, and the writing can be changed into typed forms, or graphs you can draw, or the drawings can be shown. So for such purpose, we'll be using the smart board, interactive boards. Other than that, there are AI related tools or AI tools in this particular generative AI era. These are some of the tools which I am going to explain. So let me start with the interactive tools, or the tools which can make the students engaged. So the first one is Mentimeter. So if you want to see the site, you can just click on this. I'll be sharing. I think the IoT Academy will be sharing the PPT with you, or even you can just go to mentimeter.com. So it's an interactive presentation tool that allows instructors. I'll just take out the. So it is an interactive presentation tool that allows the teachers, professors, instructors to engage learners in real time through polls, quizzes, word clouds, and open-ended responses. And students participate from any device without needing an account. So that is one of the good characteristics about this Mentimeter. So it doesn't particularly need an account, and it deal for quick. You can say that it will make it very ideal for quick knowledge checks and anonymous participation. And this particular platform provides instant visual feedback and downloadable analytics, allowing the teacher to assess understanding and adjust teaching strategies on the spot. So I'll just give a quick uh, introduction about each and every tool, then we can go with the links to the website of each and everything, and then we will be, uh, if time allows, we will go ahead with how to do. Okay. The next tool is Kahoot. Kahoot, it is a competitive quiz games that increase motivation. And you can say that it's a game-based learning platform that transforms quizzes into competitive, fast-paced activities. And it has got bright visuals and even music. And there is something known as the leaderboard that makes learning energetic and enjoyable. And it will encourage participation even from the reluctant learners. That is one good thing about the Kahoot. And it has got AI auto generate MCQs, and the leaderboard, which I have told you, it will make the student engaged. And teachers can create their own quizzes or use millions of public games. And Kahoot is especially effective for warm-ups, or most of you are doing warm-up, or most of you will be doing in your classes recapitulation of the topic which was taken in the previous class. So that concept recap can be done, and even a formative assessment can be done using the this particular tool, Kahoot. Next comes the Jamboard. Jamboard is Google's tool. It's Google's visual whiteboard, and now it is transitioning into FigJam, and it enables collaborative visual sketching and brainstorming. Students can add their own sticky notes, they can draw, they can insert images and build conceptual maps together. So it is especially valuable for group work, design thinking activities. So in our different innovative teaching methods, we will be saying, so here we need work or design thinking activities, flipped classrooms, blended learning. These are the terms we used to hear most of the time. So this is one of the best tool, and the Jamboard can be used for such activities. So design thinking activities and visualizing ideas in online or in the hybrid classroom where real-time collaboration is important. And this is another tool, Padlet. Padlet is, you can say that it has a digital wall for group submissions and exit tickets. So Padlet functions as a digital collaborative wall where students can post notes, or they can use links, images, or files in real time. So it is highly visual and supports multiple layout styles such as grids, timelines, and maps. So most of our students are visual learners. If you notice, if you have observed the students, because when we are dictating the things, they may not understand. When we do the things and ask them to do it on their own, they may understand. So, and but if you are in your teaching material, in the teaching notes, if you are introducing more colorful visual effects or images, they may like it and they will be engaged. And if you are making them as part of these things, like how to do it, once you show them, then they will start doing it on their own. So this Padlet, it is highly visual and supports multiple layout styles, as I have told before, grids, timelines, and maps. And this particular tool, Padlet, encourages reflective learning and is useful for, obviously, for brainstorming and exit tickets, gallery walks, and sharing project outcomes. So the teacher can moderate post, like how we are doing in any, suppose for a debate or for kind of extempore. One person can moderate, post, and download the entire wall as a PDF if it is required. So that is one good thing about Padlet. Next tool is Mural. So this is like mind mapping and workflow, and it is used for project collaboration, and it will support design thinking. So that's about Mural. Then coming to the next type of tools, visual and content creation tools. The first tool I have mentioned here is Canva, then Synthesia, then Edpuzzle, then Nearpool, and Peerduck. Canva, it is an education template tool. I think most of the teachers are using it for making the PowerPoint presentations. So it is used for, you can make worksheets and posters, infographics, mm, and presentations. And there are templates. Okay, there are easily available templates for everything, and you can custom design your templates, or you can drag and drop visual. So it's an intuitive drag and drop graphic design platform that offers templates for presentations, worksheets, posters, and infographics and social media content. So the teachers, the educators can customize designs easily and collaborate with the students through shared folders. That is also allowed. And Canva for Education unlocks premium features for free. Uh, and you need to have one mail ID, and you need to just register. I mean, first, for the first time you need to register and then sign in. It will allow you to use this particular template for free, and it makes high quality visual content accessible regardless of the design experience. Next tool which I wanted to mention was Synthesia. So Synthesia is an AI avatar videos for flipped classrooms. So as I told before, flipped classrooms are is one of an innovative teaching method. So if you go for, if you are in your place, NBA is coming to check, or if your NAC inspection is there, they might call you and ask, what do you use innovative teaching methods? So whenever we are asking, whenever we go for inspection, and people ask about this thing, the very first reply from the teachers will be, we are using the innovative method flipped classroom. So what is meant by flipped classroom? So most of the time what they say is, the flipped classroom means we are asking the students to read and come, and actually it is the instead of teacher teaching, the student is supposed to prepare and come and teach. That is what many of the people will say. So Synthesia, it will allow as an AI video creation tool that converts text into video using realistic design avatars and voiceovers. So teachers can create instructional videos for flipped classrooms or micro learning without needing recording equipment or any editing skills. So when during the our this 2020 2021 COVID period time, all the teachers were trying to make videos, and they were applying some kind of editing skills, or they were, I mean, the teachers were even complaining that we don't have a proper recording studio to record our lesson, and lessons and topics and lesson plans. So that was one of the difficult situation there. So here what happened is, now the AI tool Synthesia, it is allowing us to create instructional videos without any particular recording equipment, or it doesn't require any editing skills also. So this platform supports multiple languages, and so it will make it useful for multilingual environments. It's not just like only English we can do. No, it is, you can go for multiple regional languages also. Okay, next comes the Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle, again, it's a platform for um, adding questions into videos for flipped teaching. It's like a continuation of the previous one, and it easily creates beautiful interactive video lessons for the students. So you can integrate right into your learning management system. Then comes the Nearcode. This is a different tool. I don't think people have used it before. So it is, again, it's kind of interactive slide lessons. So it's a classroom presentation tool that used to create interactive presentations and engage audiences with questions that will test their knowledge and gauge viewpoints or gather general information. So near code, you can say that it transforms slide decks into interactive lessons by embedding quizzes, polls, or simulations, or even virtual reality activities and real-time student responses. So teachers can control the pacing while students participate from their own devices. So Nearport tracks individual responses and provides instant reports for formative assessment. So that is about the tool Nearport. Then comes the peer deck. That's another tool which will it is from peer deck learning. So it's an all-in-one platform, gives teachers the time-saving support they need to create lessons, and the students will love it. These lessons can be delivered, and there is differentiated support for every learner, and it will assess the progress whenever it is needed. And the peer deck converts Google Slides. If suppose you already have Google Slides, maybe the shareable slides if it is there, or the Google Slides or the PowerPoint presentation which you have already prepared, that can be converted using the peer deck into interactive lessons where students respond to prompts directly on their screen. So teachers can see their responses live, and you can allow them to address misconceptions immediately. Whatever doubts are there, it can be clarified immediately. So it's an excellent tool for managing classroom engagement in synchronous sessions. So that means you can have even after college hours, suppose you want to clarify the doubts. So you can use this kind of tools and it can be done. Then comes the other tool, which is known as QueryPod. QueryPod is an AI, you can say it generates slides from lesson plans. So every one of us does lesson plan much before the starting of any semester or any classes. For you will have maybe 5 modules or 7 modules, 7 units, 8 units. So you are making the lesson plans. So from the lesson plans, that means lesson plan you may not be writing each and every problems, right? Suppose if it's a problematic subject, you will not do the problems and write it in the lesson plan. You will just write, for example, suppose if I am handling the subject optimization techniques, I may say that there is a problem, transportation problem or assignment problem. So if in my lesson plan, I'll be writing this particular topic, and if you are using the QueryPod, it will allow you to generate slides from the lesson plan. And it is an AI, so you can say that it's an AI powered lessons slide generator, which creates interactive presentations based on a topic or learning objective. So by inputting any prompt, teachers can receive slides with the discussion questions, polls, and learning activities. So it will save a lot of time in planning, and it will help structure lessons into engaging and student-centered experiences. So QueryPod also integrates students' responses directly into the slides. So that is about. So this is a great tool for quick lesson preparation. So this is again, so I should have added here along with the QueryPod also, I can say that it's a lesson plan and AI powered teaching assistant. So then the most used tool, the lesson planning and AI powered teaching assistant, the most used, most famous, we can say that the celebrity tool is now nobody other than the ChatGPT. Right, all of you agree. I think all of you will agree with me. I don't think I will even have to show how to do the use of ChatGPT. And most of the students are very familiar with this particular tool, ChatGPT. The different versions of GPT are there. So it acts as a planning assistant and question banks, role play simulations, and rubrics can be given, and it will create question paper, it will create answer sheet, it will create the answer scheme for that, and workshops can be worksheets can be created using the ChatGPT. Differentiation help it will do. So it's an all-in-all tool, AI generative AI tool, right? So ChatGPT acts as a planning assistant that generates lesson plans, worksheets, assessment, rubrics, activity ideas, and differentiated materials based on the prompts given by the teacher. So what we need to learn when you are using ChatGPT is another thing which is known as the prompt engineering. So what kind of prompt we are supposed to give. So as per the prompt, it will be giving you the answers. And even it will ask you, once it gives you the output, it will ask you, should I create any PDF or PPT, or should I add colors? Should I add a graph? Should I add references? So such things are also it will be asking you. And it helps educators save time on repetitive documentation and brainstorming. So teachers can refine outputs by specifying learning level. Suppose even you can even say that this particular tool should be used for a master's thesis, or for a school system for 10th standard or 7th standard. Like that also you can even define your or predict your outcome or standards. So that is the mainly used tool is ChatGPT. So next tool is Magic School AI. So Magic School AI is for differentiation parent communication templates. So it supports teachers with over 60 different task specific tools, including lesson planning and parent communication emails, or and any IEP goal support, and even assessment generation. Then it emphasizes student data safety and privacy. That is one of the things we all of us are looking for. If even if you are using GPT and other such tools, like you have generative AI tools like a Copilot in the with the Microsoft, and Google's GPTs, AIs, and Bard. So many different such tools are there. But whenever you are giving some data to any of this generative AI, you are still scared whether that data, whichever you are giving out, will be safe or the privacy is maintained or not. So Magic School AI is one tool which will make it, which will emphasize on the data which is given by the teacher or student, the data safety and privacy, and it will make it suitable for school systems. So this particular platform is especially useful for documentation intensive workflow. Okay, so more documentation is needed and more private data is if it is being given, so you can use this kind of tools. Then another tool is the EduAid AI. So EduAid AI, it allows you to go for with the rubric templates and the activities and worksheets, and it is giving you the, obviously it will give you the teacher focused AI templates, and it is specifically designed for educators. That means the teachers, professors, right? And it helped us to generate lesson material such as rubrics. Obviously we require for any semester and examination, or for your regular internal test. So it will allow us to keep the rubrics, learning objectives, question banks. Question banks are one of the things the faculty are always being asked by the students. Okay, will you give the question banks? And we may be selecting the question from the old question papers for a long time. Suppose any new subject is introduced, then if the students are asking you to provide them with the question banks, it will be difficult because you may not be getting the old questions because the subject is new. So such situations, what we are trying to do is we will be depending the AI tools, right? So for that purpose, you can even use the EduAid A.ai. So because it will allow you to create question banks, and even you can do any kind of classroom activities. So it will include uh, a library of, that's what you have to say. It includes a library of pedagogical templates and supports alignment with instructional tools, instructional goals. And so the platform reduces any administrative workload which the professors are taking up. So, and it increases time available for direct teaching. So that is one of the two way the EduAid.ai helps you. And then comes the assessment tool. So every time this teaching and learning tools are uh, glorified, but nobody is talking about the assessment tools or automatic feedback tools. So there are many different tools which comes under assessment and automatic feedback tools. They are Quizzes AI, Gradescope, Grammarly, Turnitin. Turnitin specifically we are using for the plagiarism check, and Socrative. This which will create the MCQ quizzes. So all these are, I have given the link also over here. So we can use the link and see how exactly this is being done. Okay. So the first tool, it is Quizzes AI. So it converts documents to quizzes instantly. So this Quizzes AI, it turns any document, any textbook content, slide or image into a ready to play quiz in seconds. So it supports self-paced learning. So if suppose if you want to, if you are asking like in outside college or outside university systems and all, they'll say, okay, read from page 200 to 250 and come, right? So, or if we have many different videos are available in Coursera and such different um, free courses, which says that it is self-paced learning. Sometimes we are not, even if it says self-paced learning, you will feel like, okay, if somebody was there to explain, then it would have been much great, better. So this kind of tool, it will allow you to go for self-paced learning and do the, it will help you doing the homework, and in-class surveys also, the quizzes.ai, it will help you. And the reports generated after the session, that will help tracking the mastery, identifying each weak areas, and differentiate instruction based on the performance. That's what the report and data insights. Next to understand, the next tool for assessment is the grade scope. So grade scope is actually auto evaluation and structured rubric based grading. So it is a streamlines, the grade scope, actually it will streamlines assessment and grading for quizzes, any quizzes, tests and assignments. So using AI assisted evaluation, it will enable rubric based scoring and reduces grading time, especially in large classrooms. So many of the times I have seen the teachers saying that, okay, teaching it is not a problem for us, but the finally the valuation is the problem. Even if it is we have 120 students in the class, we can manage teaching. But once it comes to the grading or the valuation, that is what taking our complete time. So in such cases, I am not saying that you will have to go for the internal test and semester and examination for using this kind of tool, but for assignments, obviously you can use this kind of tools, right? So if the classroom is big, previously in again COVID time, we all have used the Google Classroom, and we have used the Microsoft Meet. Right, so such things we have, Teams, Microsoft Teams we have used for assessment. So this is also one more tool which can do the assessment. So students receive timely feedback and the teachers gain insight from automatically aggregated analytics. Still, many people are doing projects on how to make an assessment tool that I have seen. Okay, so this is this grade scope. It will allow you to go for faster checking, and it works with scanned answer sheets also. It will even identify the handwriting, and it will very well works with the scanned answer sheets. And then another assessment tool is the Grammarly. So Grammarly, it is mainly for used for language correctness and writing improvement. So it's a writing support tool that checks the grammar, right? Grammar check it does, and it will suggest some clarity. It will even suggest tone, and it suggests the spelling in real time. So it gives explanations for any kind of corrections, enabling students to learn from their mistakes instead of just editing blindly. And the Grammarly works across browsers, documents, and email, and it is making it useful for academic writing and communication. And mainly the Grammarly is nowadays, if you see each and every email, also the Grammarly is included, and it will suggest you some changes if the grammar is not perfect. And most of those, it is mostly used by researchers whenever they are going to write the articles, conference papers, thesis, or any kind of reports generation. So such places the Grammarly is being used. So that can be applied in. So nowadays, you can see if the students are, let it be medical field or any science field or engineering field, from second year onwards, students will be doing all the different kinds of projects. But one, they will be doing the projects, but they don't know how to document it properly. They don't know how to make the report. So such cases, we can help the students in using such tools for language correctness and improvement of their writing skills. Then this is another tool I think almost all the researchers must be familiar with, that is Turnitin. So Turnitin is used for mainly for plagiarism detection. That means the similarity check, right? And it will show you the similarity check, like if it is similar, 0% similar means it's a very original work. It's 100% similar means 100% it is copied. 50% similar means 50%, you can say that some of the contents are being copied from anywhere, maybe from the book or from the previously written articles or from internet, and 50% is written by own. So like that, the originality score will be given by the Turnitin software, and you will get to know the different writing in writing insights also. And next comes the Socrative. That is another tool. Even I was not much familiar with this. So when I was doing some research, what kind of tool it is, this is what I was able to find out. It provides exit tickets. Quick, it has got quick formative checks, and it provides instant feedback also. Okay. So next comes the learning management system and the delivery tools. So these some of the tools we are already familiar with, like Google Classroom, then Microsoft Teams. So many of the people are using Microsoft Teams only for the purpose of what we are doing now. So instead of Google Meet, people are using Microsoft Teams. But Microsoft Teams has got a lot of other features also. It will allow you to store your the meeting, as well as it will allow the students to submit their assignments. It will allow you to go through and verify and score it or grade it and give it back to the student. And even whatever you have taken, maybe you can use the Microsoft Whiteboard, or you can even use the PDF editor there, and whatever you have taken classes using the Microsoft Teams, it can be stored for future reference also. Similarly, the same Google Classroom, I think all of you are very familiar with. So Google Classroom it's a learning management system that will centralize the assignment distribution, and it will allow you to submit track the submissions whichever you have done, and even the feedback. So teachers can attach their own rubrics, monitor student progress, and streamline the communication. And the Google Classroom, it integrates seamlessly with the Google Drive, Docs, Sheets, and slides. Then I have already talked about MS Teams, Microsoft Teams, OneNote, and real-time collaboration and notebooks. So Microsoft Teams for education provides an end-to-end platform for live classes, and it will allow you to even within between the live class also, it will allow you to go for the chats and even the file management. So OneNote class notebook acts as a digital binder where teachers share notes, worksheets, and assignments, while students write, draw, or record multimedia responses. Even if you use a smart board, you can see that this particular OneNote is can be used. And it is especially strong for collaborative or blended learning environments. So that is another, blended learning is another innovative teaching method when which you usually will be saying. So the OneNote, it will allow you to go for the blended learning environment. Then another tool is Seesaw. So Seesaw will allow the students to create portfolios and even parent visibility. So it's a digital portfolio, and it's a communication platform that allows students to capture their learning through photos. That is one thing. And the students can capture their learning through videos or even drawings or even voice notes. So that is one of the thing which may be more preferred by the students. And even the parents, this visibility is there for the parents. That means the families can follow student progress through the application, this particular app, and the strengthening home school connection. So most of the time, whenever we are doing the parent teacher meeting, the parents want to come and see how their ward is performing. So for that, they will come from home and I mean they'll talk to the teachers and they'll see their internal assessment or assignment submitted, or they will talk about their words. So it can be partially instead of physically coming and learning about their words performance, this particular tool Seesaw uh, can be used for the parents to strengthen the communication between the institution or the department. So it is ideal for K-10 environments and project-based learning. So it is actually supporting early learners. And this is another tool, Loom. It is, you can say that it's a quick explanation video. And again, student video replays are allowed in this. And it's that this is also a flipped classroom tool. So it will allow the teachers to record quick, very quick explainer videos with a screen, voice, and face recording. So that is another thing for the another thing about this Loom ICT tool. So it is ideal for giving personalized feedback, and it is the demonstrating software or creating flipped classroom content. And videos generate links instantly for easy sharing. And there are some other tools also, which is known as the accessibility support tools. One such tool is the read and write tool. So it is literacy support for reading and writing. So it's an accessibility tool that supports students with reading and writing challenges. So every student is not same. So every student is different and unique, and you can say that their normal is every person's normal is different, right? So suppose if there are some students which who has some reading or writing challenge or the communication problems. So it will offers text to speech or word prediction or picture dictionaries and even screen masking. So this particular tool, which is known as a read and write tool, it especially it is especially helpful in inclusive and special education settings. So such some students, suppose they want special care or special tutoring. For such student, you can use this particular tool, that is read and write. Then comes another second accessibility support tool, that is known as the immersive reader. Immersive reader is the text to speech and translation. So immersive reader improves comprehension through text highlighting, adjustable spacing, and syllable splitting, and read aloud features. So it will support multilingual learners and students with dyslexia by making reading visually clearer and less overwhelming. So that is one good thing about this tool, immersive reader. And the last tool which I am going to say is the otter.ai. So it's an auto transcription for lessons. So it transcribes spoken language into text in real time, and it makes it useful during lectures. Sometimes the lecturers or the teachers are very fast, right? So nowadays, like the traditional teaching methods, we used to dictate and the students do. So the pace of the teacher and the student has to match. So nowadays, what happens is most of the time the lectures dictated very fast. The students are not able to make the write the writing notes or the teaching notes. They are not able to complete it on time. So such cases, Otter AI, it will transcribe the spoken language into text in real time and making it very useful during the lectures and in group discussions also. So group discussion, every point, every person may not get it at the same time, right? So in the case of group discussions also, the Otter.ai tool, it will help. Then in interviews, then it captures audio and generates searchable transcripts and highlights key points. It is also helpful for learners who struggles with not taking. So if you at least if you have certain parent teacher meeting, sometimes the complaint will be teacher teaches very fast, as well as teacher gives notes very fast. I am not able to write the notes whatever she is teaching. That is why nowadays the teachers are supposed to make the notes and give, or that is why the students more, they are more interested in going and taking the help of AI instead of depending on the teacher's note. So if the tool, AI tool, if it will allow you to um, allow the learners who struggle with note taking, such tools can be used. Okay, so this will allow you live caption notes and it will save lecture transcripts. So, and why, before going into detail into the tools, we will just see few more things. Why we need ICT for pedagogy? Why does it work? So the ICT, the tools, it improves conceptual understanding through visuals and interactivity. So most of the time, if you, that's what, if you tell me, I may not remember, right? If you asking me to write, I will just, maybe I will just what the student language mug it up, right? But if you are involving me, I will learn it properly. So that's why, if yeah, how can you involve the students in proper teaching and learning process, right? So that is only the only way nowadays, it is through the visuals and interactivity. So interactive class means, or interactive lesson means, some teachers will say, so I have opted the innovative teaching method, interactive lessons. My classes are interactive class. But what happens, sometimes the class is becoming too much interactive that other extra classroom teacher cannot teach. So in that case, you may have to go for the visuals, and to make them understand, then you need to go for the interactive teaching, right? Then the ICT tools, it supports differentiated instruction for varied learners. So we have many different groups of learners, slow learners, average learners, bright learners. So the bright learners who is sitting in the class may understand why once you are explaining. The average learners, they may require the help one more time. Explain, can you explain it once? Then you have the slow learners. And you usually, we will not say the failures, but still you will put them in the slow learners group, right? So these there are the every class will have all these differentiated learners. So the ICT tools will help in or support in differentiated instruction for varied learners. And the tools, it encourages creativity and make sure that the all each and every student is participating in this, and they will allow you to go for the collaboration. So suppose in one bench 5 students are sitting, and in that all these kinds of groups are there, all the brightest learner or a slow learner or an average learner. So if you may be able to uh, conduct collaborative work in a group or in a circle in a discussion room, so that also will be allowed. So if you are if you have, at least if you have seen in the abroad college studies or abroad institution studies, there are something known as the discussion room. Previously we used to say that in schools and all, they used to have circle time. They will be sitting in a circle and they will be discussing about one subject, one topic. But here In higher education institutions, what we see is collaborative studies are more encouraged. And for that, they may have, if suppose if you are online, 48 students are in one class, the teacher is explaining the things, then suppose we can create different chat rooms, okay, or discussion rooms. So 48 students, 48 people are there, means you can even go for up to 16 discussion rooms where three people are there in one, or you can even go for six rooms, or four rooms, or 10 rooms where five students are discussing about whatever they have learned for the last half an hour. So such collaboration is allowed using the ICT tools. Then assessment strategy using ICT has become comparatively very easy. So you can even do the entry level assessment before the instruction. So that is diagnostic instruction. So I used to do one method whenever before I go to a class. Suppose I am teaching the subject operating system. I will go to the class. Then for class, I ask, what do you know about operating system? I will invite the students to the board and ask them to write a single word or one phrase or one sentence about this particular topic. So that is, according to me, it is an entry level assessment before even much even before the instruction starts. So we will come to know that's a kind of diagnostic. It's a medical term, diagnostic assessment, right? So an entry level assessment. That means we will come to know what the student already knows, right? So accordingly, we can perform our teaching. We can conduct our teaching. Then second type of assessment strategy is formative assessment. So during teaching with instant actionable feedback. Suppose again, now suppose I am asking about, suppose I am teaching information security. So I just want to ask them what is meant by honey trap. So that is like while teaching itself, just to make sure that, or I have explained what it is, then I'm giving an example, then I'm asking one particular person or particular group, and with getting the answer instantly. So that means we will be able to understand whether they understood or not whatever we have taught. Even for that also, we have now the formative assessment tool using the ICT. Then comes the summative tools that I have already explained. Many tools, rubrics and analytics are given already to the tool, and according to our rubrics and according to our method, the final evaluation will be done by the tool, and even the analytics will be given back to us. So this is just step-by-step procedure, sample digital lesson workflow. This is the workflow which we may have to do. So we can do the planning of the lesson using either chat GPT, or I'm just giving an example, Magic School. Then you can to teach the topic whichever was mentioned in your lesson plan, right? That can be, you can create some visuals. So to create some visuals, you can use the tool like Canva or QueryPod or Synthesize. Then you can make this classroom engaged, conduct engagement using the Mentimeter or Kahoot. Then finally, so you have done the lesson planning, you have created the visuals, you have conducted, you have made them engage in the class. Then finally, you need to go for the learning of the assessment of the whatever they have learned. So for that purpose, assessment purpose, you can either use the quizzes, or you can go for the grade scope tool. So so what I would like to say is teacher time is actually the saved using the ICT tools. So it automates question and quiz generation. It speeds evaluation through digital rubrics. It reduces repetitive recommendation and emails. So real classroom use cases we can see. So exit ticket use pilot can be done, live check for understanding through the Mentimeter or Kahoot, or quick quiz through the quizzes or any other assessment tool. So these are some of the best practices for ICT integration. You can start with one tool at a time. If you're thinking that, okay, I have learned about 50 tools today and I'm going to use all the 50 tools at a time, no, it will not work. But again, we are also when we are learning about the ICT tools, we are also students, even right. So you can start with one tool at a time. So you decide which tool you are going to. So you are already familiar with the Google Classroom. You are already familiar with Microsoft this team. You are familiar with Chat GPT. Whichever your tools you have heard for the first time, you may start with that, right? So start with one tool at a time, and then you can. So I don't think anybody's help is required, because you, what you wanted was just to get the name of the tools. So that is more than enough. That is why I have provided you with the links also, and which is your area. So whether you want to make the students engaged, kind of tools you require, or to assess what that kind of tool you require to learn, so that you decide on your own first, then start learning. And then use analytics to guide teaching decisions. So, as per according to me, the key takeaway today from the topic is ICT tools. Everybody will be saying so AI is going to take off our jobs. So recently, Amazon has laid off 30,000 employees. So this is next. It is our turn. The teacher's job will go. This is the very regular replies, or the speech I used to hear from many of the employees. So ICT tools or AI, they do not replace the teacher, but you will be replaced if you don't learn these kind of tools. So that is one thing, because ICT tools, they cannot replace the people, but if you are not familiar with these tools, you may be downgraded compared to the teachers who knows about the tool. So if you are good enough, if you are learning the tools, they amplify teaching and improve student outcomes. So that is also, you will be loved by the student. So as a conclusion, so ICT makes teachers superhuman in a way. So it will increase the learning outcomes. It enhances clarity through visuals. It frees time for meaningful teaching. So with that, I would like to stop my session today. And thank you IoT Academy once again for inviting me for this particular topic and session. So I have given the links over here. If anybody requests, I will put them in the chat now. And or otherwise, if it is, I think it will be coming in the, yeah. Kiranjeet, Diol raised a hand. Yeah, you can ask the question if you require.
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.